freaking booth's getting tight, guys. Booth's getting tight. Don't worry about using hats in there. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Full Circus. I'm saying welcome back. Usually I just say welcome because I'm saying welcome back to the specific people who are returning to me. Guys, I welcome you. Big hug, big greeting, but also just welcome to the new people because, I should address this right out of the gate. I was going to give it a second to warm up into it, but I'm going to address it right now. My mother, I'm not saying it like she's my mother. No, my mother's great. She's awesome. Mama, I love you. My mom posted an episode of the podcast on Facebook, right? All's well and good. She's super supportive, super awesome. Great. However, the episode that she did post was a very insightful episode where I was dropping just bombshells of wisdom left and right, psychological, freaking appropriate and mature takes that even I didn't know I was capable of. So a lot of people saw that, and that was their first time listening to the show. Okay, her friends were like, "Wow, he's so freaking everything he says. It's amazing, a logical response." And they're like, "I can't wait to listen to the next one." Guys, that is not who I am. So I'm like, oh shoot, these people are going to return. We got the new influx of viewers. They're like, wow, I can't wait to see what amazing outlook he has on the world next. Can't wait to see what he's up to and what his brain is perceiving, because his perspective is just is so unique and amazing. I really appreciate what he's saying. And I was like, oh crap, okay, oh shoot, because people thought that, and they're going to come back and see that. I'm like, wait a minute. Did he just spend 15 minutes doing an impression of Christopher Walken as a therapist talking to a guy with a lisp who just happens to have a deep voice and being the only guy ever who has a deep voice with a lisp while talking about Japanese squirrels and then segueing into jetpacks still while maintaining a Christopher Walken impression? Is this the same guy who had that freaking... He's like, yeah, I really want to preach compassion and joy because the world's so negative and I will save everyone, and that's just kind of how I picture myself when I'm really speaking theoretical and passionate about some positivity. Like, yes, I will take care of you. The world is now in good hands. So they saw that and I'm like, oh dude, let's pump the brakes for a second, okay? I showed up in a pizza shirt that's also black, so I'm blended into the background, okay? I don't think about a lot of things in the show, but when I do, sure, there's little nuggets of creativity and truth and knowledge there, but those are few and far between, guys. I'll be real. I'll be honest with you. Even more so, this podcast is being recorded late again, dude. Again, I have nothing going on. Okay, you have to know that. In a normal week, I have zilch. Anything outside of my creative endeavors, no responsibilities. So the fact that it took me over a week, right? I'm late in doing it, to hop into a closet for 20 minutes and not even change the lights that have been in the background for 3 weeks. It's not 6, it's 3. Should tell you that I'm not, that should tell you, look, I'm not the guy you might be thinking I am. Listen, I'm not trying to downplay myself so far and dig myself into a hole like, holy crap, it was a fluke. He's an idiot. Listen, I get it. I am very intuitive. I'm very in touch with the world and my feelings and other people's feelings. Dude, I'm so in touch. I know most people better than they know them or me. I know most people. But my point is, do not come to the show expecting to be like swept off your feet and be like, wow, I love it. Most of the time, I'm just going to show up and just speak random crap. And hopefully I'll make you smile, dude. That's what the show is about, okay? I'm just freaking trying to bring you smiles. And most of the time, I can't even speak right. But that's the show. So that is the 5-minute intro into the show where you go, okay, now I've got a feel for who this guy is. But yeah, I just wanted to address that real quick because I know people are going to come. And I don't want you having to stick around through this 20 to 30-minute show. I'm like, wait a minute. He never got to taxes or gas prices or COVID or diseases or poverty or anything. He never addressed anything. He was talking about video games and car soccer. What was that all about? I don't even I got to take a walk. I got to get some fresh air. So I don't want you getting stuck in that kind of cycle. So I will tell you that right now. Feel free to run. Please don't. But feel free to. But anyways, now that that's out of the bag, I am happy to guys. Do you see what I'm saying? I am happy to have you guys here with me again today. If you're back, if you're not back, but if you've been here before, but just welcome to channel. Guys, like I was gonna say about the lights, dude. I feel bad about not changing the lights. That they're repeats. You know, because, I try to have a very special theme and power and message into, I don't, okay? But I kind of do in a sense. I'm like, okay, what are we going to be talking about? What kind of lights match that? And when you're talking about therapy and in the world in general and Christopher Walken, I don't know what colors to use, so I just kind of let them play. And I've gotten so attached, and I'm sure you've been attached and accustomed to having specific and colored and thematic lights every single episode. But I'm kind of just liking the color. I'm just going to change them as I see fit. So the changing every single episode, I'm done with it, okay? We're just going to let it fly. This is more about letting go and loving the lights for who they are. They don't have to be a specific color, guys. They can be whoever they want, whatever color they mean. See, that could be insightful. It depends how you look at it. Really, however you see this podcast is up, it's open for interpretation. But anyways, I'm just going to let them be. So if you notice, okay, I'm being lazy, partly. But also, outside the holidays, there's not a lot of way to address a show. I don't know what I'm going to talk about this episode. So I'm just I don't know what colors. I should probably just turn them off. But anyways, guys, what is up? What is up? Let's move on into the episode and let's start having some fun. If you weren't having fun already. Actually, let's back it up real quick. Speaking of people that saw the episodes on Facebook, my brother's wife, not my brother's girlfriend's wife, my brother's wife, sister's brother, connect the dots, whatever thing I just said, I ended that on, the guy, there is a group of salesmen, sales mafia people that were like, hey, we saw the episode, this guy's got spunk, he's got personality, flames, fires, desires, this guy seems interesting. And he keeps rambling and saying that he has nothing going on. If he wants a job where you don't have to work a ton of hours but also make decent money, you should, can I talk to him about sales or something like that? Now, I should say real quick that I don't know anything about sales, all right? Now, I have a very charming personality. Now, I could be a good salesman. I've always thought I have a salesman personality because, look, I'm on the show. I'm selling you smiles right now. You might be receiving, you might not be buying, but probably you are. Because I'm charming, I'm a silver-tongued man, okay? I could sell a pogo stick to a guy in a wheelchair. I could sell earbuds to a deaf guy. I could sell a pork chop to a vegan. Now, I get what you're... maybe that's wrong to say, but the point is that a lot of people don't need these things or even want these things or have any use for these things, okay? I could sell the Bible to the Lord Jesus, and he's in it, okay? You see what I'm saying? I could freaking make do. I'm good with that, but I have no idea about actual sales. You going in there, I don't even know what this thing is, and you're just going to address, I still don't know what it is. But he asked if he could contact me. I said, sure, why not? I'm not doing anything. I should have been doing the podcast, but I'm not doing anything. And so he talked about it, and I think I'm going to give it a try. These people seem really nice. They seem cool, and we'll see where it goes from there. But Facebook, dude, there's just people just contacting me left and right, people on the Facebook. So I might be a salesman. I have no idea. The main reason I've even thought about taking it isn't for the money or just for something to do, but how many fun conversations and podcast material could I get out of that? I have no idea. But I'm excited, guys. We'll see what it takes. I'll update you as this plot. I probably shouldn't do that if I was doing a sales pitch. Hey, so anyways, man, you're going to want this insurance and freaking... 1 second. Anyways, do you want the medium or the heavy package? So... yeah, we'll see where that goes, dude. Maybe I'll kill it. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll fail. Maybe I'll be fired by the next episode, and I don't even have the job. Anyways, guys, what else is going on? Oh, dude, more things, not really related to Facebook, but I mentioned that my aunt was going to do a therapy session with me. She's a therapist. She works in the whole world, and she's like, hey, I'm trying to get some more hours to do this thing and kind of warm up. Would you like a free therapy session? I said, heck yeah, because why wouldn't I want an hour once a week of someone just listening to me talk? about anything I want. I get to say literally anything. I could be talking about the ratio between peanut butter and jelly, and she has to sit there and listen to it. So therapy is great. But out of the greats, I was like, yes. Yes, dude. I love when people listen to me. So I can just talk about whatever I want. So I was like, yeah, let's go into it. And I was trying to take it more seriously. And so I was like, okay, well, what do I need worked on? Because I feel like I do have a really strong sense of emotional maturity. On a real note, guys, I handle myself. I think about myself. I'm intuitive, and I dissect and I think why, where, who, what, when, and I kind of just figure things out. And I was like, oh no, I don't have any problems right now. I'm so freaking happy and content in my life. What if I can't be everything that she needs to be for a practice round? I'm like, okay, so I'm like trying to find things. I'm in the session. I'm like, let's see, what's some problems with me? So I'm like trying to rattle off things that maybe could be problems or issues in my life. He's like, okay, by the way, this is actually coaching, Tristan. Okay, this isn't counseling or therapy. And I was like, oh, wait, what? So I thought this was the thing where I was like just supposed to find out baggage. And I was like trying to make myself sad so I could create problems in my life so I could pass them on to her to make her feel better. Because that's how awesome and great of a person and nephew I am. But yeah, that's not what that was about. So I was just sitting there and I was like, oh man, freaking, no, my childhood rocks. Am I happy? Am I really happy though? Yeah, I guess dude, my life rocks. Yeah, is my Christopher Walken impression even good? Yeah, it's great. So I was like trying to find bad things about me, but it was hard, guys. It was hard. It was hard. What can I say? My life rules. But yeah, so that was interesting, and it was great. I did get to go do a little session with her, and I was like, yeah, this is great. She's freaking talking. She's like, well, what do you need help with? What do you want coach and direction? And I'm still trying to figure that out because I am so happy and content, like a freaking loser I am. I have nothing, no problems going on. It's like everyone else is like always talking about their problems and how they're growing from them. I can't grow if I have no issues, guys. So if you feel like you have some baggage or some things you got to pass on to me, let me know, and maybe I'll help them. But the problem is I'm so self-sufficient, guys. I'm so self-sufficient. I'm so good at just freaking taking care of myself and figuring it out. But I'm really good at cheering myself up too. If I ever did get down, listen, sometimes you just got to go into the mirror and hope this podcast cheers you up in some way, but you got to learn to do it on yourself too, right? Just find a way to really get in front of the mirror and look yourself in the eyes and say, hey, you're handsome. You are freaking handsome. You're handsome, Tristan. And that's what I'm doing right now. And I'm getting happy, dude. I'm happy. And I'm going to watch this back 10 minutes from now. And I'm going to look back and say, wow, you are handsome. And I'm telling myself that. It's an endless loop of positivity, mostly directed towards me. But if you wanted to take my words, have them. Just go in the mirror and just say, hey, I'm handsome. I look good today. I don't smell bad. That's what you need to do. And unless you do smell bad, well, I mean, you can fix that. But the point is, just kind of address yourself and find that inner confidence in whatever way that is. And this isn't supposed to be about confidence. This is supposed to be about really cheering yourself up and just rocking out hard. I don't know what the message is there. I think the message is just that I rock, but I don't want that to be the message, because then it sounds like I do have a problem, like I'm a narcissist or I'm super arrogant, and both of those things are true, but I don't want it to sound like that. So let's probably love and joy is the the message there. I don't know where it is in there, but love and joy, guys. That's all I preach. Whatever you take from my message, if it's not love and joy, that's on you. Because honestly, that's all I'm preaching here is love and joy towards others. It's not even about me. This podcast isn't even about me, guys. No, you think the podcast isn't about me? I've been talking about therapy. The reason I love it is because people get to listen. Think I have a podcast for other people? So I can speak influence and motivation towards other people? No! Maybe it's a side and byproduct of what I'm doing here, but this is just so I can talk. This is my therapy, guys. This is where I work things out, where I get to be silly and sit in my closet and be... and just do whatever I want. But yeah, guys, how are you doing? So anyways, if you're coming here for wisdom, you're not going to get love and joy, though. Love and joy. But yeah, from the people looking at the podcast, from the salesman to the job, to the therapy, to the coaching, to everything in between, I've got a lot going on, guys. I've got a lot. I mean, outside of the fact that I have nothing going on, I've got a lot going on. Oh, dude. And also, this is freaking episode's all about Facebook. My mom, my mom's my biggest fan. I love you, Mom. She posted my commercial. Actually, my mom, I was leading this into it like my mom did the greatest thing ever. Like she made the commercial for me, or like, I did act in it. I did put in some work, but I was just giving props and thanks to my mom for sharing it. And everyone saw it like, wow, I didn't know you were in a commercial. And some people saw me on TV. Guys, I'm in a commercial. I'm in a commercial. Yes. Yes. We made it. We made it, guys. I'm in a lottery commercial. Okay. Now that is big money. I mean, the pay wasn't like super crazy as big as the lottery, but it was okay. That's not the point. Guys, I was in a lottery commercial, and so she posted all these people like, wow, he freaking looks the part, he's looking great. And the truth is, I'm a big shot now, guys. I'm a big shot. Regardless of the character that I played, who is Nick the Noob, I'm a big shot, dude. I've been walking with shades. I just walk down the street. Every time I get out of my car, I just pass my keys to somebody because I just expect them to be the valet. I was like, okay, hey, freaking silver van out front. You get it. Park me out. E5. And they're like, what? Who are you? This is a Wendy's. I'm just, you kind of in that big shot vibe, dude. If you ever been on TV, which I apparently am, I haven't seen myself. It's new. But I'm not going to lie, dude. Maybe dude, am I a narcissist? This whole thing, listen, the podcast is about me. I don't care. If I'm a narcissist, then let me be a narcissist. This is my show. I'm just going to retitle it. But yeah, I like to talk about myself. That's why I think once I get through this thing with my therapist, when I get done with my aunt, I'm just going to keep going back to more therapists because I didn't realize how awesome it is to just get to talk about yourself. And people sit there and actually listen to you and they go, wow, interesting. I'm like, wait, what? Really? You were paying attention? The whole thing I said about open-toed shoes not being able to get away from like freaking potential muggers is you thought that made sense? You want to hear more? Okay, I got more. You want to camel pants? You want to hear about that? I have tons of things I can talk about, and people just sit there and listen to you, and that's what I like, guys. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the commercial. I'm just joking. I'm playing and saying things in a freak. In a more enthusiastic and fun way than it needs to be. But yeah, it was super exciting. The commercial was super awesome. The craft services were amazing. I talked about this back on the podcast before, but you didn't know what it was. So I don't really need to talk about the commercial process, but just what the commercial is. It's for the lottery, and I played Nick the Noob, who had never. This guy, he's like, oh, I don't know how to play the lottery, and what the heck was that? He's like, I don't know how to play the lottery, and he's just kind of doing this thing and messing things up, and people were really impressed. They're like, wow, I was like pushing the buttons and stuff, and like, Tristan, you were doing a really great job. Like the way your face looks, it's like I thought you looked completely clueless, like you had no idea what you were doing with the lottery machine. And something they didn't know about was that I was method acting. Okay, now your boy has never played the lottery. Okay, because your boy is smart with his money. So I had never played the lottery, and I was working for the lottery and trying to work a lottery machine. They were really impressed with how natural I looked as an idiot. And I'll take that as a compliment. Sometimes when you really rewire your brain, you can do that. When someone's like, wow, you look like you really can't figure that out, I go, thank you. So that was cool. That was fun. And I don't know if I'm still allowed to even play the lottery now that I was technically an employee for that, or I don't know if my family can. I don't even know what the rules are. But regardless, I was in the commercial. If you guys see me, thank you. That's cool. It's fun. It was really cool. And I know I'm being stupid about it and like, oh no, this thing freaking broke. What was I saying? I know I'm saying things in a funny way and portraying it. It's all for humor, guys. I'm not so full of myself as you think. Mostly, I'm like 90% as full of myself as you guys might think, but I'm not, as full of myself. I'm like cup mostly full of myself. But anyways, guys. Yeah, I had a lot going on, but also none at the same time. It's crazy how busy and exciting things can be while also still having nothing to do. To the point where you're recording the podcast late in the AMs. But yeah, that's just who I am, dude. And, boom! I was supposed to do this at the top of the show, but I forgot because the show's not structured. Guys, again, if you were going to come back and listen and expect some sort of polished, amazing, structured show, don't. But I'm happy to have you guys here anyway. Anyways, this is a little segment we do on the show. If you're still sticking around somehow, this is a segment we do called Interesting Thoughts with me, Tristan Dean Thoughts. skip the details and the plots. These are some of my interesting thoughts. Meow. I'm gonna ask my cousin to freaking add in a meow because that just seems natural. Guys, interesting thought of the week. It's not so much a thought. It's more of a bad habit. It's something I've been suffering from for a while, and that is over competitiveness. Shun. Guys, I can be very, very competitive sometimes when I really don't want to be, but to the point where I'll just be sitting in my room alone, upset and raging and putting everything I have into the smallest, dumbest things. And I've talked about my competition before on the show before. Like when I was young and my little brother, we both had a candy bar. I was like, yo, who can eat it fastest? You can't. Do it. And then I would just like feel happy and glorious with the fact that no one else had candy but me. And I would go, yeah, now who's the king, dude? Look at my freaking scepter. You shall bow to me. Who's got the candy, sir? Because when you get a kid, dude, candy is like wealth. But anyways, I felt powerful, I felt good, and I felt like I was winning because I like to win. I'll scorch somebody off the red light if it's an old lady who's just like, hello, do you know which way? I was like, later, Grandma, Chipotle's that way. And I'm just gone, dude. I can get way too competitive for no reason at all. And this can just freaking leak into the smallest things in life. So on your phone, right, you can download a lot of apps and games, and you can see your friends and what kind of apps and games they're playing. And I have a bad habit of looking at what apps and games they're playing. And if I see what kind of score they got. So I'll download the app in game I have no interest in playing at all, don't care about it. But I will sit there, I'm like, okay, what did he get? He got that score? Okay, I'm going to download that. Where's this game? It's stupid. I don't care. And I will sit there sweating, pouring sweat, raging, and I will beat their score just so the next time they get on that app, the next time they get on that app, they see my name above theirs. For no, like, I never get any satisfaction from them. They never bring it up or anything, but there's just some sort of winning side where I go, yeah, dude, I know. Listen, we never have to address it. You and I, look, we don't ever have to talk about it ever. But I know if you ever touch your phone ever again, you will see my name above yours, and that brings me joy. And I go, hey, now I have to buy. That's my candy bar, dude. Is beating people up. I like that. But in games like climbing these ranks and getting the scores, I don't care to be number one overall. Just that the people who know me say, wow, he bested me. Fair play. And so it's just a bad habit because I'll just sit here, and that's probably why the podcast is late. Sometimes I'll be sitting here lately playing this game called Rocket League, and it doesn't really matter what the game is. It never does. But I will sit there pouring sweat and raging. I will just want to throw my phone. I'm like, God, gotta keep on playing, dude, because you know what matters more than anything else in the world, more than work or your creative endeavors or getting on or freaking eating right or working out, is that you are not even number one, but just better than these people, specific people who played this game maybe once, and maybe they won't even play the app again. But to me, it matters. And it's just the dumbest thing ever, but that's what I've been thinking about, and that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been up to. Is just going crazy, man. I love these apps, and I go hard on them. So yeah, you can be up to nothing and something in a lot of different ways. What else has been going on, dude? What else is happening? Sleep, dude. Sleep. I have not been able to sleep for the life of me. My sleep schedule is so poor. How poor is it? It's just poor. I don't know what the reason is, dude. And here's the problem. I'll real quick. Is I try to sleep 8 hours a night every freaking night, because I'm trying to get healthy and stay healthy and have proper muscle recovery, make sure I don't get sick, and all the freaking benefits that come with sleeping 8 hours. So yes, I could just wake up earlier, but I'm trying to fall asleep faster so I don't have to lose sleep. So I keep going to bed. Boom, 12 o'clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 a.m. rolls around. I'm still not sleeping, dude. Bing! Eyes are wide awake. I don't know what it is. My brain's like, have some fun. I'm like, we've already had fun. He's like, have more fun. I was like, dude, it's time for bed. He's like, but we love fun. Come on, Tristan, you're the best. I'm like, I know. He's like, come on, you're so good at having fun. I was like, I know. He's like, well, let's just have some fun. Do you have a good reason not to? I was like, no. It's like, well, then let's do it. And then I get up and I start having more fun. And then 6 turns to 7 a.m. Eventually, I am able to fall asleep, and it just becomes such a just overgoing cycle, and I sleep till like noon or more. so it's just it becomes such a huge problem. So I was trying to use the app Calm, right? Calm. So it keeps going to like 6 a.m. Calm, the app, you see the ads for it all the time. We're like, hey, log on to Calm. We have beautiful calming music and stories of people talking. And I tried it, and dude, Calm was peaceful. Calm was great. I was loving it. Like, wow, this is amazing. I was starting to really drift away to listen to music, and then it shut off. It's like, dude, by the way, the free channel, it kind of just stops right there. If you want to keep paying or keep playing this, you got to pay the piper. You got to pay $70 a year for this Calm app. They were holding my sleep for ransom. They were extorting me for sleep. They got me hooked on this to the point where I drifted off just enough where I went, I need that. I need that to keep going, or else I will not be able to sleep, because that is how I can sleep. So I was like, holy crap, they got me. They got me. And I was like, and then I got angry, and then I still couldn't fall asleep even more. So I started looking back up, and I was like, okay, they have these stories, these really interesting things. Let me try that out. And stories, I've never tried a story, but I listen to podcasts and music a lot because I need to fall asleep to someone else's voice sometimes. But other people's voices put me to sleep. You start talking, I'm out. Me, however, okay, I'm freaking wide awake. If nothing's playing in my ears, if it's just me talking to myself, I think I'm hilarious all night long. I'm laughing with myself. We're having fun. We're just like, yeah, dude, you see that other guy yesterday with the weird turtleneck? I'm like, yeah, I saw him. Didn't he look ridiculous? I'm like, yeah. And then people are like, what's he doing? What time is it? What do you go back to bed? I'm like, I never went to sleep. But yeah, I need other people around. So I've listened to podcasts and music, and I've never tried stories before. So Calm had these stories. I didn't use Calm, right? Because they were freaking really trying to steal my money. I was like, no. I'll figure it out. And I put on this story to go to bed to. And it kind of like starts out nice, like, wow. And Isabella, she's on the beach, and she begins to walk down the coast. And she finds the giant oak tree that has a door in it. And I'm like, wow, this is so freaking interesting. And I couldn't fall asleep because I was so interested in the story. He was talking, these stories were so good. I was so in it. I was like, wow, what happens when she opens the door? What's going on? She opens the door and she sees a nice warming light. I was like, boo, that's not even. And then I was like, whatever. So eventually it kind of got lamer, and I was able to fall asleep, and I started drifting off. Now, these stories were different than a podcast or music because the guy was speaking with such a soft and warm, calming voice and cadence that he was really trying to let you drift off and embrace your imagination. But when I was falling asleep, I heard a voice that close and that kind of personal and intimate that I was, and I woke up. I thought someone was speaking in my ear, and I freaking busted out the karate choppers, and no one was there, so I couldn't do the stories thing. So I was like, no, it doesn't work. That's freaky. I don't like it. So Calm was really just a waste of time in general. Luckily, I didn't pay for it. If you're paying for it, honestly, no, just give me your account. I would like to try it in some way, but don't do it. Don't pay. It's a scam, guys. They freaking tried to rip me off. They got me addicted to something and then took it away. There was like no satisfaction. It's like you gave me a chocolate chip cookie, let me lick the bottom of it, and then took it back. You made me a cookie licker, Calm. I had no satisfaction. Give me more. So I was like, yes, I'll pay whatever you want. You let somebody lick a chocolate chip cookie, you better believe they're going to pay full price whatever you want for it. And luckily, I was able to not give into that. But yeah, don't be a cookie licker. I mean, Calm will make you a cookie licker, but then they expect you to pay full price for that cookie. But don't go get cookies somewhere else, unless they're scary cookies. Then you get the analogy, guys. I'm sure you're picking up on what I'm licking. Yeah, so that was pretty rough. And last night was the first night I had gotten somewhat adequate sleep. Like I went to bed at a reasonable time, so I was able to fall asleep around 5 a.m. And my mom got melatonin, right? This natural sleeping, relaxing medicine. And I was like, all right, melatonin, here we go. About to fall asleep. I'm getting excited. I was like, stop. Like, get relaxed. And so I went out there and I was like, oh, what is this? I don't see the melatonin. I see this new bottle, right? She got a new bottle of medicine. I'm like, that's got to be the only one because, we don't just get random medicine on the daily. So I see this thing that says, blah, 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 relaxation freaking things. I'm like, okay, that's melatonin, right? It says melatonin. Didn't even read the whole thing. I take the tablets, boom. I'm waiting. I'm sitting in bed like a kid waiting for Christmas, except I'm just waiting to fall asleep. I'm just like, yeah, I can't wait. can't wait until my eyes shut. I'm so excited. If you're like, Santa, I'm like, dude, I just want to sleep. This is going to be awesome. This is going to be so cool. And it never came. 4 hours go by. I'm sitting there. Any time now, for real. Eyes bloodshot. Seriously, like, I could feel it coming. And my brother was up too. He's like, are you going? I thought you were going to bed. I was like, I'm trying here. I'm trying. And I can't fall asleep. Every time I talk, I wake myself back up, and you just kind of go through this recycling thing. So anyways, my mom wakes up because, long story, I left the dog outside. It doesn't really matter. The point is, she wakes up mostly naturally. And she's like, hey, what's going on? Whatever. And I was like, oh, that melatonin's still not working. Did you get like a weird thing or whatever? So I go and show her the bottle. And she's like, no, that's not the bottle. This is the bottle. And she pulls out a melatonin thing. I'm like, wait, what? So I give her this, and then she reads it. It says Sunny Mood Daily Energy Enhancer with Relaxation. Now, I somehow skipped across all these other words that were giving me a pep in my step. It was supposed to be a daily thing. You wake up in the morning. It might have been caffeine for all I know. I still haven't read it all. But all I saw was relaxation. Sweet! Yes! That's what I want! And I skipped all that. So I was, like, the whole time I was in bed, I was feeling joyful. My mood was feeling energized, enhanced, and I was ready for the day. So yeah, you really got to read these labels, guys. I'm definitely not ready to be someone who needs like medicine or medication because I apparently don't take the time to read the simplest things. I just see what I want to see in life and in medication prescriptions and labels and stuff. I say relaxation, sweet, give me it. I'll take 5. But yeah, that was not melatonin. And I finally felt I got melatonin and boom, out like a light. Freaking 45 minutes later. I mean, it's not the fastest time, but considering the fact that, I'm not able to sleep ever is pretty good. So, yeah, that's been my sleep experience so far, guys. And if you're having trouble sleeping, do not take daily energy mood enhancers. Happy thoughts, or whatever it was. All right, guys, I think that is it for the day, for the episode. That is all that I've got for you. I mean, I probably have more, but we really got to save something because it is late, and I have to go and beat somebody on Rocket League. I go get those scores up, guys. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Stick with me. My mouse broke, so I can't really turn this off, but I'll edit it together. Thanks so much for being here. I know there's not a lot of wisdom, but I love you. Hope it sold you a smile, because that's what I'm in the business of selling. Smile. Those are words that I do not know how to use.